Hello. Good afternoon, Sanbonani Nonke. Guys, I still have not learned how to say hi in sign language, but that's the one that I'm also including. Hello. But I know this is thank you, but hi. Guys, welcome to another episode of Maddy on Everything. Woo! Guys, I must tell you, okay, every episode gets hotter and hotter and hotter and hotter. And, you know, I'm very, very, like I told you guys, I love to have guests on the podcast. So today I'm very, very excited to share with you episode 8. I have another guest with me today. I'm so excited. This is a beautiful woman who I met very recently. Okay. And she is an entrepreneur. So the ladies are coming through fierce, smart, driven, ambitious, showing us what it takes, you know, in today's world to take over. So I'm not going to go much into it. Like the podcast will reveal itself. But I would like to welcome Miss Yolanda.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm great, thanks. How are you, Maddy?
I'm okay. So I don't want to mispronounce your surname. Is it Yolanda Sekeleni?
Yolanda Sekeleni.
Sekeleni. Miss Yolanda Sekeleni, guys, is in the studio today.
Hey,
Welcome,
guys.
ma'am. How are you?
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you so much for having me. I'm feeling good, even though the weather is gloomy and raining outside.
Yes.
But I'm feeling really great.
You look amazing.
Thank you. So do you.
Thank you. Takes two gorgeous girls to know. It takes a gorgeous girl to know a gorgeous girl. Period. That's all.
Pew pew. Oh my gosh.
Oh my god, exactly. Oh my gosh. Like we were like, seriously, are you guys fine? We are fine.
We are fine. We're just a little.
Yes. You know? But
if you
like
get
you
it,
say,
you get it.
Yeah, if you don't get it, forget about it.
How have you been, Maddy?
I've been good. You know, I met you a couple of weeks ago, right? It's like weeks since we've known each other. The way we're going on,
literally.
you'd swear that we've known each other for a long time. Yeah. So I met you at the Women Investment Network Conference.
Yes.
That was in March, right? Yeah, that was in March. So it was hosted by W Suite.
Yes.
So guys, I have been attending a lot of conferences. I've been attending a lot of networking events and sessions so that I can meet like-minded people, so that I can expand my network, make more friends, you know, make more colleagues, you know, and like drive the vision forward. So this is how I met Yolanda. So tell me, how did you get to know about the event which we met at?
So the WIN.
Yes,
the
W-I-N, yes.
The WIN network session. It was actually, I met a lady. I went to the Proudly South African Expo just to go see like what's out there in terms of like how is brands doing in the South African market, especially proudly South African brands, like local brands. And I'm for local brands, even for supporting small businesses. So I went there. It was a 2-day event. I didn't go on the first day, and then I went on the second day. Met this lovely lady. She owns a consultation group, and we just connected from there in terms of like just understanding how women in business are, like in terms of like how we can push our businesses into the markets. And it's so important, like what you mentioned, attending these networking events, because you get to meet really amazing people, and also you get to meet clients, guys.
Yes.
We're not just going there to network. We also
100%.
want clients, we want that revenue, because we are entrepreneurs at the end of the day.
Amazing.
So, and she just sent an invite, say, hey, come through here. Are you doing a busy? I'm like, nope, not busy. Don't have any clients right now. So I pulled up, and it was such an amazing experience just to be exposed to information. I think that's one of the crucial things that someone needs as an entrepreneur. You need to always have a hunger for knowledge
True.
in terms of whether it's within your business, but just the processes of how businesses actually run in South Africa, and knowing those dates and those structures and how things are. I think that's something that's really important. And a lot of entrepreneurs, whether you feel like your business is formal or small, guys, it's really important to understand how business functions in South Africa. You know?
Wow, that is really amazing what you just shared now. And like, what you mentioned, that it becomes so important to actually, as an entrepreneur, we're hungry for knowledge. If you're an entrepreneur and you're not learning something new, or you're not meeting new people or being exposed to new experiences, there is something that you might be doing wrong. You know what I mean? Because I mean, I really resonate with what you're saying, to say that even with the podcast, right? Because, from episode 1, where I explaining to people about what is this about, I said this is to actually, spread knowledge, is to disseminate knowledge. And for someone to listen to this and be like, okay, I learned something and this is going to change my life. Or I can actually apply the things that Zama and, Yolanda were speaking about, or Maddy and Yolanda were speaking about. I can actually apply these things and, change my life. So you mentioned this a little bit earlier when we were chatting before on the fact that, you went to this Proudly South African events and whatnot. I wanted to chat a little bit about that because I've been on this mission, right? Like as of late, to be proudly South African in terms of the products that I purchase and things of that nature, right? Because especially from a fashion perspective.
Oh, okay.
Right? Because I just think that, most of the time we're coming into South Africa, we want, the Italian brands. I'll call them Italian brands. I'll call them European brands. You know them, Mus. You know them.
We know the whole story that's also even just going on right now about them.
Yes. You
no
know,
names.
Right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And also just like the fashion and textile industry here in South Africa and how it is. Sorry to cut you.
Yeah.
Just to add on to the whole fashion industry and textile industry, they were even doing a small protest there about David Tlale.
At Proudly South African.
Yes, there was a...
Really?
It was even on the news.
Because I've seen him speak about that as well.
And so it's something that he's really passionate about in terms of like collaborating with local designers, even just the manufacturers that produce the fabrics and things like that. I think it's a whole different ball game, but I don't really want to touch on it. I don't know much about it, but I have seen information in terms of like, they're not so assisted much by the government in terms of such things. But I think they are trying, because there were some designers that were exhibiting at the expo. So hopefully they on the right direction, I guess. I'm hoping
I get you. But now from your side, from your products, as which we'll get into as we go into, from your side, how is it, or like, in your space, in terms of, competing with international players? Because yes, I mean, I spoke about the fashion thing, where I'm saying proudly South African because I have more of those, like, that's the one that I can think of.
Yeah.
But even here in South Africa, I don't know about these brands. You know better, about where certain brands come from. There's quite commercial brands. There's a few, locally, like a local brand that I know, I think is it Portia M, that's kind of now coming up commercial. But you have like the Ghanaians, I don't know, they're not even from South Africa. How is it as someone like, yourself coming in, with the proudly South African, like, do you feel like with your beauty products that if maybe we had more of an emphasis on supporting local, it would assist you in any difference? What do you think of that in your space?
So just also to mention to you guys, I am a skincare and beauty business.
Yes.
Online and mobile. So we provide specialized skincare solutions, and our skincare solutions are focusing on mostly problematic areas that I've experienced personally and my clients that are experiencing personally. So I've got a a simple skincare solution treatment set, comprising of 3 products. It's a face glow soap,
Yes.
an illuminating toner, and a hydrating soap.
Amazing. Can't wait to hear more about those.
So
yes,
those are just
we're going to go
core,
into that.
Yeah,
yes.
So those are just the core products that we currently have, and those has been our focus point at the moment, because we still want to get into penetrating the market even more.
Understand.
And in terms of research, and with the thing is, in terms of like the research that I've done, I've realized that there are a lot of new products that come in each and every year. And what I've realized is that clients, they get so overwhelmed by these products, like, use this product for this, use this product for that. And I just felt like people are struggling to know the right products for their skin. And especially like we're South Africans, most of my customers are women, and most of the majority of them are Black women as well, struggling from issues like acne, hyperpigmentation, dark spots, uneven tone. So those are the things even myself I struggled with. You won't be able to see it now because your skin is like popping.
Your skin is popping. We don't know what struggle you're talking about, sister. What struggle?
5 years ago, when I came into inception with the business, I was really struggling.
Yeah.
And it was difficult because you couldn't find something that was actually working for melanin toned skin. So I have got melanin toned skin, but I'm light in complexion.
I hear you.
So the melaninous is a level. There's levels to melanin tone, and also climate does make a difference. Diet makes a difference. So what you eat is also really something that can also affect your skincare. So in terms of going back to talking about how the market has been receiving my I think because I'm still like a solopreneur, I'm wearing a lot of heads. So
girl, tell me about it.
But that's not an excuse, because I've built a community of online beauties.
Online beauties. I saw your page. It looks really good. Girl, you've got a great following.
Thank you so much.
On Instagram and TikTok, and we're gonna share all her details.
Definitely.
If you haven't seen them already.
Definitely. So for me, it's been such an important part to be authentic and to also use ingredients that are complementary, that work well together, products that work well together. And I pride myself in making sure that every product that I put out there, I've used it and I'm still using it today.
Amazing.
So any products that I put out there that work well with my set, because I don't want to be the kind of brand that's like exclusively my brand. Because guys, there are people that have other products that work well with my products. There are other brands that work well with my products.
I like what you're
saying. I don't
like
that whole exclusivity. People mustn't know what's going on. I try to be as open as possible with regards to how I work, the products that I use, and even the routines that I do, and also even just the way that I tell people and educate people. So my brand is mostly about education and empowerment. So besides the skincare pillar in our business, we also have a makeup artistry, pillar.
Yes.
So where I even do makeup sessions, we do master classes, we do online sessions, we do private lessons. I just want to learn makeup, but I don't want people to know that I'm learning. And some people are shy like that, and it's okay. And I want us as makeup artists to stop gatekeeping and just imposing your knowledge on people. Have it be personalized, because that's what I believe. We are both different, right? But we like the same things, but we do things differently, and our skin are different. So I can't be using the technique that I use for me to do my makeup on you as well. And I feel like a lot of makeup artists are missing that gap in terms of really educating their clients. It's just, I'll do your makeup for 45 minutes and it's bye. For me, it's an experience, because I want to help you feel confident and empowered on your beauty journey. So from skincare to makeup, and even just to understanding the products that you put on your skin. So that's something that I really pride myself in. And the market has been responding really positively, and I'm really proud of how the brand has grown, because it's been in the works since 2019.
Wow.
It's been in the works since 2019, and I've been officially committed to it now for the past 2 years.
Yeah.
And I'm seeing the immense growth of attending workshops, of putting myself out there, and it's just something that's really amazing. I just wish the market must just catch up, man. Must catch up to me.
The market needs to catch up to you.
They need to catch up to me.
I get you. And you know what? You're sharing such an amazing story. And I think when I met you, that was one of the things that popped out for me, was that I could tell that you're passionate about this, that this is not just another beauty brand, that there's something that you really wanted to, there's an impact that you want to make with the brand.
It is a labor of love.
Yeah.
But also authenticity is something that I'm really want to make sure that it's part of the core values.
Yeah.
That's why I feel like even now I'm still working by myself, because I want to have the proper processes in place.
Yeah.
And that's something we also need to talk about. As a business owner, you need to have proper processes in place before you employ anybody, so that should anything happen, you guys still go back to processing like, this is how you want things to be done. So when you bring someone in, they already understand the vision, and this is where they kind of like gonna take, instead of them imposing, this is what you should be doing, this is what people are doing. No, like, let's focus on personalizing people's lifestyle. How do I fit into your lifestyle, Maddy? I know that you're a performing artist, so you'll need makeup services. I know that, if I'm having a master class and I need someone who's gonna be like great, give the energy and the vibe, I'm gonna holler at you. You know what I mean? So those are the type of things that the my beauty business really focuses on. It's empowering and educational, and I try to make sure that whatever you have a beauty experience, whether it's skincare or makeup, or even a brand wanting to collaborate with me, they see the authenticity that comes out, and obviously the creativity and alignment is something that's really important, because I don't want to just be collaborating with every brand. It's important that the core values of that brand match with the core values for Beauty and Treats.
I like that. I like what you're saying as well, to say, because you're leading on from where I came from with the question and everything about like Proudly SA and how you answered it, to say how the market responding. I like how you've unpacked that for us, because, to say that you've basically said to me, I have a gap. There's a gap I've identified, and there's a gap that these brands that I've mentioned to you, that I, gave you an example, that they're not filling that gap. And I agree with you. And, it reminds me of a question I was also asked when I went to Radio 2000 last year.
I saw that.
Yeah, this year and last year. But last year's question, it was Paul Nisi asked me. He said, you're operating as a law firm in this male-dominated industry, and I remember it because it's like, how do you, what do you do differently to your competitors, like these other big like firms or. And I kind of answered similar to what you're sort of saying. And I said, I'm authentic. I've got to be me. And I've also got to see how I run my business, the things that would make it different to what those guys do. Yeah. Which is kind of like what you're saying in not so many ways, to say, look, I've got the way that I do my things, and there's values that I put in front of everything. And I'm actually keen to collaborate with people, but it's important that those values are aligned. Yeah.
Yeah. And besides authenticity, I just want to give my clients simplified skincare solutions. Simplified ways to do your makeup. 5-minute makeup, 10-minute makeup, an hour makeup. It literally is the same thing. It's more about technique. And for me, I feel like if I'm upskilling you, then you have learned a skill that I can't take away from that. Yeah. Even when someone wants to come and learn how to do makeup, to go and start their own business, that's something that I'm even looking into now. That, hey, how do I guide someone?
I would love that.
How do I help
like
someone?
Like a business consultant.
Like a business consultant.
Yeah.
If a brand is like, hey, we're struggling to connect with people, being relatable and providing a solution to people's problems is the number one thing that is going to get you far, in terms of even people connecting with you and relating with you, even though they all coming from different perspectives. Yes. But because you solved a critical issue and a critical problem, everyone is going to gravitate towards you. And it's just a matter of time.
Yeah.
People are always telling me, no, you must make sure that you do something viral. And I'm like, guys, I don't want to be viral. I want to have a lasting impact that, when we go to Beauty and Treats, they're going to deliver customer service. I'm going to get a response within the time frame that they mentioned. If their product says it's going to be delivered in 3 days, it's going to be delivered in 3 days. My package is always proper. And also you're communicating with your clients. You're not just, okay, you sold to me, thanks, bye. How are you? How do I do differently? I don't like the soap. Maybe I'm sensitive to soap. Maybe you can try gels. Those are the important things because I try to connect and keep up to date with my clients as much as I'm still alone and I have days where I know, okay, I need to dedicate a specific time to checking up on my clients. How have you been? Girl, you haven't ordered in over a month. What's going on? Are you right? You know what I mean? No, I don't have any money, but I really, just to see and understand because remember, I am a personalized business. So I cater to my client's lifestyle. So the lifestyle that you live. So whether we're focusing on a skincare and then we're going to move the beauty journey and then to makeup. So maybe it's not, I don't like too much makeup, just something to make me pop and look fresh. Those are the things that we cover in our one-on-one classes. And what I love about my business is that I'm online and virtual. So I'm not stuck in in a salon where now there's a whole list. I feel like going to people's homes makes them also feel comfortable.
Yes.
And people are like, I like the fact that now people are liking this house call. Come to my home instead of me driving out there. And I come to you, bring my things to you, and then we do what we need to do. That's something that I really enjoy. And for me, it's been such an incredible journey.
Yeah,
and it's interesting and incredible, but also there's so much that one can learn.
Yeah,
I'm still a growing business.
Amazing. I love that. Oh my goodness. So okay, so I guess I had like some questions prepared, and I think you've answered some of them in terms of like kind of where did it start for you? I think do you think that we've covered that, or like maybe is that a deeper question to say like where did it start for you to say that actually because you've told me like the problem that you solved. You told me how you used your own products to solve your own issues, but is there a deeper place that it came from, like this business?
Deeper place is that I just want people to know what they're putting on their skin. And because there's been products that we grew up using, our mothers using. This is
really deep. Yeah, this is the deep thing.
We realize over time, man, this product you're using, it's burning you gradually, And for me, it's important that we use natural products like shea butter, coconut, papaya, all the essential oils, because our skin is something that's really sensitive, but also strong. And because it sheds a lot, it needs moisture, it needs the proper stuff. And and we need the right stuff. Like that's why people, even today, someone is using sunlight forever. They've never had a pimple, nothing.
Yeah.
And there's something in there. What are those ingredients?
What's working in the green bar?
What's working in the green bar? You know
that
what I
is
mean?
making,
and some people are using a Vaseline forever and ever.
I swear on Vaseline.
Exactly. So
I used it today.
Even me, for a lot of things, and now because I'm in this beauty space, I'm learning so much ways I can use the Vaseline to grow my lashes, to grow my... It's incredible, And for me, I think my passion for just wanting to always feel confident and I knew that when I had bad skin, I wasn't confident. I faked it, like just everybody else. And it's such a freeing feeling when now you've like you see yourself, my gosh, this was my skin, and you even remember how you felt.
That's the thing.
And you don't even show up as yourself 100%, And at the time, I was also like working. I was a full-time in the corporate space. And I was just not pulling through, even just Oh,
I get you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm just like, man, this is not.
I love
not
that.
the way.
Unlocking the confidence too.
It's such an important thing to have you yourself feel confident in your own skin, whether you're waking up or you haven't, but just that feeling, what's okay. I have the skill, right?
Yeah.
I have the knowledge of which products that actually work for me. And I have people that will guide me. So that's the kind of like philosophy that Beauty and Treat wants to. We don't want to just say, here's your skincare,
Yeah,
bye-bye.
bye.
No, okay, how do you help? Okay, do you actually exfoliate? How many
hear
times a day
you.
do you exfoliate? So those are the important elements that
feel
have
you.
built this business.
I really feel you, and especially when you say, Sabantu Amnyama, I get you, girl. When you say we're Black people, and what I feel from that is to say, like here in South Africa, because I know we have a wider audience that hears this podcast. In South Africa, we have a certain culture where Black people have historically not been really part of the economy.
Inclusion.
Yeah, they have not been included. So we might have like our historical Black skin routines that we know, but in terms of like maybe how technology has progressed, or these are the new ways of doing skin and things like that hasn't really been emphasized in the Black community.
No, it hasn't.
Do you know what I mean?
It
Like, or
hasn't.
even like
And
wearing
they're
sunscreen and things like
as
that.
a luxury. And for me, that's why even I've tried to find a pricing model that's affordable, but also gives effective results. Like for my skincare products, especially the treatment set, I know for a fact, I've tested it, 30 to 90 days, you're gonna see results. And I've come across clients that are like, oh, but why can't I see? And it's like, okay, but babes, your eating habits.
You're eating.
So that's why
oily
I say,
food.
You know what I mean?
Things like that.
And for me, it's important that I try to understand the client as much as possible. That's why even when you order, there's a checklist that you go through so that I kind of understand how do I help you achieve what you want to achieve.
Okay.
And it's been such amazing because people really want to fix their skin. And they're open and sorry to those that have been scammed and their products hadn't do what but guys, Songe, we're not all scammers, hey?
Yeah, no, we're not.
We're really trying, and I feel like people should give small businesses a benefit of the doubt, unless then there has been issues in terms of service delivery, customer service, product, all of those things. I think that's something that's really important in terms of even like the market. And yes, there are these big companies, these big groups that own in terms of like who gets to commercialize, who gets to be on the shelves and all of those things.
Yes.
And for me, more than anything,
that's also a deep chat.
I'm not trying to bring down Goliath.
Yeah.
I'd rather sit on Goliath's shoulder and collaborate.
Yes.
Beauty and Treat's ex L'Oreal. I mean, hello.
I
don't want to just be like, I want to kick L'Oreal out. Guys, come on, let's be realistic.
Yes,
right?
Let's collaborate. Let's work together.
I'm for collaboration, and especially products that align with our mission.
I love that.
That's something that I really hold dear. Even when I collaborate with brands or things that I'm doing digitally for, like whether it's business related or skincare related or makeup related, I want to make sure that those brands are not out there like doing weird things.
Yeah, like animal cruelty.
And all of those things. And for me, it's really important. But then sometimes like, I really wanted that campaign. But then I'm like, okay, but this campaign, what were you going to be doing?
Does it align with you?
Does it align with what I do? Because one thing I've learned is the power of the hierarchy of values, right? There's this thing that I picked up from Dr. Diamartini about the hierarchy of values. So he basically talks about if you value something on a high scale level, like let's say 1 to 3 level, high, mid, low, right? High, every time you have to do it, you're excited. No one even tells you you can do
Shooting
it.
the podcast.
Late at night, all day, every day.
Anytime.
Right?
I'm ready.
Then it's the mid ones that you're like, I don't really have to do it, but I'm going to do it. And then it's the low value ones where it's like, someone is like on your neck about it all day, every day.
Yeah.
You don't pay attention to those things. Then that means you need to always focus or need to be in a space whereby you're always in and you're always doing things that bring high value to you, because those give endorphins and get you excited and get you more productive. And then the low value ones, you can delegate them. Like, if you don't like editing, then you delegate it to someone else. But with me, I had to learn everything from the business. So I enjoy shooting, being in front of the camera, and also editing. But then the editing, sometimes it gets like, but then you're like, but I enjoy it. I enjoy it. So it's really something. And for me, I want to be with brands that can give that kind of freedom,
creative freedom, creative expression.
Exactly, because these agencies were like, I want you guys to be creative, but this is the brief. I want you guys to, but no, don't say this. But so there's a lot of ambiguity, and I think it's just a matter of the market still understanding and catching up. Because remember, this whole digital marketing, this whole online business thing, it's fairly new in South Africa. If you think about it, 10 years ago, 2015, wasn't much of digital content creation much there.
No, it was just like normal.
It was just normal.
It was like normal social media kind
now
of thing.
People's lives are being changed. People's lives are being changed. These kids are making money from social media.
It's a big business.
It's a big business. And what I love about South Africa is that the economy is growing, and we are going to be like, when I did some research, it says the global beauty market in the world is growing by 323 billion by 2028.
That's
Why
amazing.
would I not want to be part of that income that's coming from there?
Exactly. No, I get you. I get you.
That is crazy.
That is crazy. And I think...
$1 billion. What? Hundreds of billions.
No, but the beauty industry is everything. And I mean... If you look at like the Rihanna's, she has a Fenty Beauty. You look at Lady Gaga, she's got her own thing. I think Maddy I here in South Africa dropped another beauty thing.
She dropped a line as well.
Yes, so there's quite a few.
Even the Nigerian what's this products? They're coming up as well. What is
Korean
skincare.
Yeah, like a lot of people like, do you want to? You have to use the Chinese people things. Korean. People on social media.
Of course. I know. For me, I always advocate, do what works for you.
Yeah.
But don't bash what doesn't work for you.
Yeah.
Move on from what doesn't work for you and focus on what works for you.
Yeah.
Because then you don't give off that negatory message in your space or on your brand.
Exactly.
So rather focus on what actually works than what doesn't work. Don't say, it didn't work, but try to give off a positive message, because no brand wants to be bashed out there.
I understand what you're saying.
Whether small or whether they're trying, but no brand wants to be.
I get what you're saying.
And brands also need to be very relatable. And being relatable is you personalize your solutions for your clients.
Yeah.
I think that's the only way, because people like different things. They have different hobbies, different expressions of how they express themselves, and just giving them one uniform, marginalized thing, I think that's just being lazy and being mediocre. I do understand
what you're saying. So that thing takes me to like the other question I wanted to ask you, which is like about your product development. I know you've got one of your products here.
Yeah.
So, because I wanted to just chat about your product development, like to say, what is like your process in terms of, thank goodness, there's a lot that you already mentioned and spoke about. And I think you really did take me through your thinking and your, what you want the brand, like what is the brand representing, At least I didn't have to be like, so what is the, story behind your brand? Because, kind of went into it. But I want to know, like, what do you think about when you're developing your products? And, you told me you started with like a 3-step solution or like, so talk to me, like, tell me about like, what were you thinking? What are some of the steps that you took? Obviously, you don't have to go like in depth, but like, and I've got one of the products here. So I asked you to bring something for us. So you guys, so actually we'll show a video of the product, probably now. And then, you can then tell us.
So we have a simple product range, a very simple product range. We've got a skincare treatment set. So good. It comprises of 3 products. So it is a glow soap. Smells good, right?
It smells really good.
Can I tell you, there's no fragrance in that. It's just
really? It's just natural.
The natural ingredients.
It smells amazing. Okay, tell me more.
So we've got our three products. So firstly, we've got our face set. So it's a set. It comes as a set. You can't buy a soap one. Then it's a set, and then the set comes with a glow soap, illuminating toner, and a hydrating face cream. So you use those.
I love the words.
The words. I remember thinking about how they made me feel.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And the reason for the glow soap is that it washes away impurities gently. Like so that you've got that glowy effect. And then the toner, it balances your pH levels, so it brings back moisture into your skin. And then the hydrating face cream, obviously it hydrates and gives off a luminous radiance.
Girl, if my face gonna look like your face when I'm done with the products, I need like a batch of 50 of the sets. Because girl, your skin is popping for real.
Girl, it's been in the making.
And that's the thing, and you're saying that so you know
it's a patience thing.
Yeah.
And one thing clients that I always like that come to me, they're always like, okay, what do I do now? This week, when I'm doing something, I'm like, hey girl, I'm gonna be masking. What are you doing?
Okay,
so
I get you.
It's like that's how I built the community because then they know, okay, next week Yola said we'll do a mask like this, and then can I maybe go and get it? Okay, cool. Then all right, maybe you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So it's those three products, morning and night.
Morning and night. Yeah.
This
little baby.
This little baby over here is our reviving cream.
Reviving. So this is not even part of the other set.
So the face set is just generally for the face and neck area.
Okay.
And then this is a reviving cream.
Yes.
Right. So I developed this because I had gained some weight. And you know, when you gain some weight, you get some like dark inner thighs.
Yes.
Or like, you know, sometimes like under the arms, like after shaving.
Yes.
You know, like, you know, you tend to like get some sort of like dark discoloration.
Yes.
So I developed this to just help with that.
Okay.
And I've been so fortunate that I have a local manufacturer.
Amazing.
That has seen the passion and the drive and the reason of formulating this product. So she does the formulation for me. My products do show some of the product ingredients that are there.
Oh, okay. And great. Because I feel like that's really important,
you get to
guys.
see products like kojic acid, glutathione, collagen, shea butter, you know.
I'm a big collagen fan.
Oh, collagen is the way.
Yes.
Even for me, I love shea butter. Like it's such a great skincare ingredient like to be used. So she does the formulation for me at her local manufacturer. And I've been just so fortunate that since inception, we've been working together. She does the formulation for me and packages the stuff for me. And the manufacturer part that I can only contribute on is probably add labels.
Yes, okay.
Because I have been doing everything. So even the design of this whole thing.
Amazing.
It's
girl, like you're end-to-end entrepreneur.
Yes.
And that's the thing. You end up doing so much by yourself. You're a designer, you're the IT, you're the messenger, you're the marketing, you're everything.
That's why I say wearing a lot of hats has
and
made
please show us what you're wearing. You're actually wearing. Like I want the audience to see when we're talking about entrepreneurship, you are the brand. Like I am rocking the Maddy merchandise right now. You are rocking Beauty and Treats. And we didn't talk about this.
We didn't.
We just
we didn't. I think for me, brand representation and just when people see you and there's like Beauty and Treats, they kind of like they know that she's gonna show up, put all in,
do the right thing,
and do the right thing, do the right process, give the quality product, give a great service. I think people really want good customer service.
That one I have to agree with.
That aligns with their personality. Right? That aligns with their personality. I don't need to know you to be kind to you. You know, I don't need for you to be buying a whole lot of stock from me every week, every month, or booking me every day for me to be kind
just
to
to
you.
be like a good person, good customer service.
Just to be a good person and provide that service that someone is actually looking for.
I so agree with you. You know, like everything you've spoken about today, Yolanda, like the gaps that you've highlighted, how you've come in and how your brand has come in to offer personalized service. I couldn't have agreed with you even more, because these are the philosophies that I believe, like that I genuinely believe in.
And that's why we click.
I think that's why we're clicking a lot, you know, girl. Because even with my law firm, that's what I say to myself. And that and even everything you're talking about, like now, to say, you know, we're missing a lot of customer service in a lot of these service businesses that we find ourselves in, you know. But Yolanda, unfortunately for me and you, we are having to wrap up our.
Already?
I know. I'm not happy about that either.
I think we should do like a 2-hour podcast. I could talk about my business all day, every day. I'm kidding.
Somebody please tell AMP, because you know we're here with AMPD Studios, and they, shout out to AMPD Studios, shout out to MTN. But I only have a certain amount of time when I'm here. But I will bring you back. How about we decide that we're going to come back?
I think so.
And talk about the progress.
There's so much we still
need to unpack. I feel like we haven't even scratched the surface.
Because you're a law firm, we need to talk about compliance. Because
you wanted to talk about that.
Through it, but
you know, so I'm like just like bringing us in. So maybe let's have that as like our last closing off. You know, to say okay. Because that is something you mentioned earlier that you wanted to talk about. So let's end off with that, to say, you know, you said that was the first thing you said when you got here. You said, guys, if you're starting a business, I need you to have your processes in place. I need you to be compliant and things like that. So maybe you can like end us off with what has been your experience around that. Like you're saying you had some issues. Talk to me about that briefly. And then lastly, after that, just any parting words of inspiration that you give to someone at home who's listening to this, who's watching this, who wants to see themselves in your position.
Definitely. For me, just a brief one, guys. If you have a business, informal or not informal, get it registered. Get it registered so that the government knows about it. There are so many grants. There's so many opportunities we are missing out because you're not registered. Even that receipt, small receipt, or like that small cash, try to make sure you account for it. It's so important when you're doing your financials. Also, make sure that if you are struggling, go to SARS. Be there at that branch every day. They will help you. It's such an important thing. And also just making sure that you have your documents that are aligned. If you need to have a BE certificate, like there are people out there that will charge you exuberant amounts, and it's so easy. Just go on YouTube, find out how it's done.
Man, Yolanda, that advice, that is the best advice I could have given anyone, because it's a practical thing.
It is.
And like you said, I love what you said, you know, to say, keep your receipts. Whether you're saying you're starting whatever business, whatever money you spend, when they say, do you need the receipt? You go,
yes.
No. Be like, yes. Have a little flip folder. Whatever money
as soon as you have the receipt, take a picture.
Put
you can
it
throw
away.
Then
And
it's still the original.
and file it. And like what you said, SARS is your best friend. You're going to go there. You're going to get there early. Whether they don't, like
Mark
the appointment booking system. Get there.
Because for me, I found their dashboard, online dashboard, to be so complicated.
That you can't.
Unfortunately,
the e-filing and everything. No,
unfortunately, I had someone that offered their accounting services to me.
Yeah.
And now I'm compliant. So big businesses, come work with me. I'm compliant, okay?
Big business, you heard her. She said she wants to collaborate with L'Oreal. We are saying, come through. We're here for this. You know, give us opportunities. We're compliant. We're making sure that we're registered. The government recognizes us on CIPC, you know. So guys, register your PTY Ltd, or as they would say an LLC in America, wherever you are. Just be compliant. And so then... so that's cool. So is that your like sort of final advice, or like what issues?
Final advice as well is, guys, if you're really passionate about something and you're not seeing a way how you can get it done, trust me, there's help. there's help for the government has specifically put out CETAs, certain organizations that will help you to from just you having an idea. Oh, I have an idea. Okay, how do I now? They will actually, if you go to NYDA, they'll actually give you from inception what research you need to have, how you're gonna package your product, how you're gonna price your product, what is the market looking like. So I think when you want to step into entrepreneurship, it's so important to do your research. As a research, it's so easy because you're going into something that you're passionate about. So to learn about something you're passionate about.
Amen,
Don't be lazy
sister.
to learn something about that you're passionate about.
Amen,
because
sister.
when you know, people don't just tell you what to do. Because then you know, okay, this is how things are structured. This is how the government works. This is where the government is going to help me. This is where the government is going to give me money. This is where I can go and connect. And this is how I penetrate the market. So it's something that's really important. And for me, I kind of overlooked it because I was like, I worked in corporate, so I kind of know how businesses works. Guys, it's a whole different ball game when you're the actual person doing it. So please do your research. And if you're passionate about something, go ahead and do it. If you fail, try again. That's all. If you fail, try again, get up, try again, find another way. There's always different ways to skin a cat.
Yeah.
So don't be just stuck in one way, in one path. I want to do this. Sometimes it's not even about you. It's about your clients, the people that you want to provide the service to or give products to.
Amazing.
Right?
Exactly.
So you take yourself out of that equation and focus on what you're actually trying to build. And that's something that's really important. So any other educational, empowering stuff about beauty, skincare, makeup, holla at me. I'm on Instagram at Beauty and Treats.
Amazing, guys. Thank you so much, Yolanda.
Thank you.
Guys, please follow Yolanda on Instagram, on TikTok, on Facebook, on all her platforms. I've got them. I'm going to put them on the bio. I'm going to put them up on the interview as well so that you guys can get a hold of her. Please make use of her services. Buy her products. She is a valuable resource. She is passionate about skin, and I'm even going to go do my makeup with her because I was like, girl, please do my makeup and I want to purchase some products. So guys, thank you so much for coming through.
Thank you so
much. It's been an honor.
The invitation. It's so great. I feel like I want to talk some more.
I know. The time doesn't allow, but you know what? We will definitely bring this back. You know what I'm saying? We'll bring it back. Maybe next time we'll have a panel. And maybe I'll tell, so that maybe it's a panel of women and we can talk for like the whole hour and a half or,
or the whole day, MPD. We can make it work, right?
Yeah, actually, we'll make a plan.
We'll make it work.
We'll organize something.
We'll make it work.
Yes, because they do host master classes and things like that. So this is a good space to collaborate and to work. So
I see it. It's such an amazing,
especially for someone like you who hosts master classes for makeup.
I would love.
We could make something happen. So please talk to them and then see what can happen, and it could be a thing. It's a big space. It's a beautiful space.
It is a big space, beautiful, and just everything just looks so professional, guys.
Yeah.
Well done. I love it. I cannot wait for you guys to see us out there.
Thanks,
and
Yolanda.
I hope to see you guys.
Yeah, no, definitely. You will. So guys, from my side, thank you so much for tuning in. And I hope you had an amazing time. I know I did. So I'll definitely see you on the next episode. Okay, bye.